Hi everybody, it's March 16th, 2026. What I've learned so far in life is that studying life is not a waste of time. But the thing about studying life is that no matter how much in control you are of your emotions are going to color your studying of your life. And by that I mean, if you are generally dissatisfied or you are generally suffering, what you study in life is going to be feedback. You're going to be giving out frustration and pain and emotional hardship. You're going to be giving that out, and then you're going to be reading that in almost every aspect of the part of life you're studying. So it's almost like when you're mixing music, you kind of want the flattest, most plain representation of the music in order to modify it to what your goal is. So when you're studying life, you would want to experience life as plain and as flat as it could possibly be. But this is hard when you're studying life, because your emotions are going to color automatically, even drastically, what you see and what you're trying to study. So the answer is studying life is a good start, but the answer more that will be more beneficial is kind of not studying life, but picking the fruit, farming the life, cultivating the life, harvesting from life. As I'm sure you probably know, we get epiphanies all the time. We get, moments of clarity, and we get spiritual food from our minds and our hearts. So you have to be like a cultivator. You have to be like a harvester. Whenever these fruits of the Spirit come to you, you collect them and try to internalize them before they proverbially rot. So it's almost like just harvesting in order to get the answers, the motivation, the wisdom you need from life, instead of just studying it. And this gets me to thinking about being a custodian in different aspects of your life. The first thing I can say about being a custodian, not necessarily being like, I'm not talking about like being a custodian in the sense that you're cleaning or, sanitizing a place. I'm talking about being a custodian, almost like a guardian of a certain aspect of your life. So the first thing I can say about being a custodian of your life is that you have to first identify what inside you needs to be fought for, needs to be protected to grow, needs to be encouraged, and needs to be strengthened. And so once you find these parts of yourself that needs to be washed over by your free mind's eye, your free mind's hand, once you find these areas that need protecting, you need looking after, it's going to be the first thing that I can say that happens is you're going to be swayed by distraction. And then you start to learn that distractions come almost purposely to get you away from trying to take care of these areas. It's not necessarily an evil thing, but it's a tuning of yourself in order to stay focused internally, because a lot of us have whirlwinds inside of us. We have so many swirling thoughts and spiraling energies and distractions. You have to be a custodian of your internal self, your internal life. You have to start to become strong enough in order to not be swayed by distraction. The second thing I could say about being a custodian of your inside and your life, parts of your life, is that you have to get used to the rhythm of defeat. Defeat is not final, but your first few conscious times of being defeated, no matter it be by your lack of willpower or by some outer force, it's going to feel like the defeat is final. You have to start realizing that defeat is part of the process. Defeat is the inspiration. Defeat is the genesis of a certain story that's living inside of you. You have to not, as I said, you can't be swayed by distractions. Neither should you be swayed by defeat, because it isn't over. It never is. No matter how many times you have fallen to the same enemy, whether it be from yourself or from external objects or persons or whatever, the defeat is never final. You have to get back up, go a different route, go the same route, whatever you want to do. But you have to start to get used to the concept that defeat is just, it's a gate. It's a gate where you enter and you exit. And you have to keep on doing this until defeat no longer means the end to you. And the final thing I can say about being a custodian for your life or whatever that's inside of you is a balance of being compassionate and a balance of being passionate. So when I say being passionate, this is the part of you that's pushing yourself to keep on going beyond your limits. This is the part of you that's saying, don't be a baby, get up and keep on going. This is the part of you that's saying, there's more work to do, you can't rest right now. And you have to balance that with being compassionate, being like, noticing when you're deeply wounded, noticing when you're too sensitive to go on, because you gotta know when you're not able to take the hits that you usually do. Because if you go into a situation and you know that you can't take a hit and you get slammed, it's going to impede you for a longer period of time before you can get back on your feet. So you have to start to balance your passion with your compassion, with your self-compassion, in order to be a good custodian of yourself. So I hope this helps. Thanks.